You ever been scrolling through eBay and noticed the huge range of video game console prices and thought, man, should I buy that cheap Xbox or should I buy the expensive one? Well guys, I have an $8, a $350, and even an $800 Xbox 360 console, and in this video, we're going to compare the three and see which one is more worth the money. Now starting with the $8 Xbox, we have a lot going on here between the box here, the note on top that says sorry kids, and the seller feedback being 96%, so let's see what's inside. And yeah, console's in pretty rough condition, including a giant crack here on the top. Let's plug it in and see what happens. We've got a green light. Of course, got the red ring there. Great. Let's go ahead and see if the disk drive will even open.
Did that go the way you thought it was going to go?
Huh? Wait, hold on. We got the other guys in here. Unrated version. Dude, let's go. That's hype. I don't know, man. I guess for $8, I can't complain too much, and got a free DVD and everything. But guys, let's go ahead and move on to our $300 Xbox 360 and see if that's more worth the money. Yeah, this is wild. I've seen so many 360s in my day, but we still come across variations that I've never seen before. And we have an an Ultimate Action Pack limited edition console. I think this is either Japanese or Canadian. I don't remember which one I bought. It looks like it comes with Street Fighter 4, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit, and a 360 Slim here. And flip it to the side, it's got a 250 gig hard drive in here as well. And yeah, overall, this box is in really nice condition, very clean. And, oh, actually, wait, I just noticed it's just a slipcover here. That's kind of a Sony move right there to put a slipcover on this thing. Also, it's definitely Japanese, 250 gig hard drive again. Let's go ahead and open the box up and see what's actually inside of here. Jump in. Is that normal? I've never seen that before. Let's go ahead and see what all is inside of this thing. Starting here, we've got some pamphlets, whatever. Don't care about that. Also have an Xbox Live trial here. I wonder if that's been used before. It actually does not look like it has been because it's still stuck to the paper there. That's kind of neat. Also got a power cable, of course, for Japan there. We also have a controller, which hopefully is not corroded. Let's go ahead and check the battery pack, I guess. And yep, no batteries in there, which is good to see, honestly. And then here on the front, looks like this thing has barely been used because the joysticks are in very nice shape. And we got the games here. Hold on, are the games sealed? Dude, they are. We got Street Fighter 6 here, or Street Fighter 4, excuse me, that's sealed. Got a little bit of wear and tear on the case, but yeah, definitely sealed there. Also got Need for Speed, Hot Pursuit, that's cool. And we got the matte 360 Slim, which is always nice to see. Let's go ahead and open up the little slot on the side and see if we actually have a 250 gig hard drive in here, and we do. And yeah, otherwise it looks like a pretty standard 360 Slim, but let's go ahead and plug it in and see if it works. Nice. Well, I found out why the top was sealed, because the bottom was not sealed, so everything just fell through the bottom. Great, awesome. Okay guys, console plugged in. Let's go ahead and see if this bad boy will boot up, hopefully. What just happened? Must have just been my jank power supply adapter here though, and that kind of leads me into some more questions because it's just, let me explain. So I was looking at the power supply that came with this thing, and it says the input AC voltage is between 200 and 240 volts, and if I'm not mistaken, the input voltage, AC voltage in Japan is like 100 volts, right? So why would this be included with a Japanese power supply? Also, I just remembered the plug here, that's definitely not a Japanese plug. Did they just include the wrong power supply, or was this console sold in Europe somewhere? I'm not quite sure. Also, this power supply I'm using right now is rated for between 100 and 127 volts of AC input, which makes sense because I'm in the US right now, so I just need the correct input AC voltage for my situation. And by the way, we got some profiles in this bad boy, including a 200. Wait, hold on. That scared me. Does that say 222,000? And we also, wait, hold on. Now I'm even more confused. We have this console came from Ohio, I guess. Actually, that matches up with the eBay listing. It came from Ohio. Not only is this console a Japanese console with like the European power supply or something, we also have Ohio Kid on here. Ohio Kid JP. Is that Ohio Kid from Japan? Also got that kid from Ohio who has 222,000 gamer score and usual bark 602181. Classic. I mean, we gotta try out that kid from Ohio here because what in the world? This guy's been playing for years. TrueAchievements.com. Why does that scream hacked to me? 222,000 gamer score just screams hacked in either way, but like, why is your message TrueAchievements.com and your bio is Raptor616AE2D? That seems like gibberish you would put into like an achievement hacker thing. I don't know, man. I'm just speculating here. But let's check out the achievements here and see what he was playing. 1,032 games. There's no way. And each one of them has like a just random amount of gamer score. We got 200 here, 200 here. So it's not like this guy maxed out every single game as far as I can tell, but like that's wild. Finally to the end of the list, and holy crap, even more impressive, he first started playing in 2010. You have 222,000 gamer score and you started playing in 2010? I mean, more power to you, man. But Mr. Editor, put the time on screen of how long it took me to scroll from the beginning to end, because that was wild. Next up, I'll check out the themes. Gotta have some special theme. There's no way you got 222,000 gamer score and you never once downloaded an extra theme. I just don't believe it. That's absurd. No, that's absurd. Let's see if there's any games downloaded here. I mean, there should be. No. I mean, come on. This thing's got to be hacked, right? You got 6 games on here, and I'm pretty sure these are the standard games that come with this thing. Like, I'm so confused. Let me check out the hard drive here. I think this confirms it. There's only 12 games worth of save data on this console, but we had 1,000 games on the gamer profile. So like, I mean, I guess you could have downloaded your profile from a different console and not had your save data on this console, but like the chances of that, man, though, that's slim. So let's go ahead and I guess pop open the tray and toss in a game and see what it does. Wait, you know what, guys? Something I did not even consider. This console is actually from Hong Kong. That explains so much. You can see down here it says Hong Kong. That explains the text I couldn't read that I just assumed was Japanese, but it's not Japanese. And it explains the power supply situation as well. But it confuses me on even more aspects though, because the listing said Japanese. The locale here was set to Japanese. I'm like 95% sure the listing said it only plays games. It only plays Japanese games. Wait, what did I buy? Listing literally says it's an NTSC-J console. So that's why I assumed it was Japanese, because that's what the listing said. Shouldn't the locale by default be set to Hong Kong? Whatever, man. Let's throw in a US game and see what happens here. This is, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with this console. And yeah, sure enough, it says disk region code is incorrect for this console, so that makes sense. It's just funny how it shows the right game. It knows what the game is, but it's just like, you're in the wrong region. You can't play this game. And now I don't have a Japanese physical game to try in here, but I guess we should at least see if any game will boot. So we'll try Hexic HD here and see what that does. And yeah, that is immediately booting, so cool. Now, in terms of pure value here of the console, $300 is very steep for what appears to be basically a pretty normal Hong Kong 360 with a couple sealed games. But just because it's in a cool little pack here, it is worth definitely more money for like a very specific person who wants to collect this specific console. So I don't know. I'm gonna say in terms of pure value, it might be lower than our first $8 console. But guys, let's go ahead and move on to our $800 360 because this thing might be special. Now, guys, here I should have a custom built 360 from Trinket Tinkering King, who you may have seen in my past videos where I got some cool builds from him in the past. I'll throw some photos on the screen, but he sent me this one and said he's already sold it to somebody else for $800 and wanted me to check it out, and it should be special. Let me show you why. All right, so classic box inside of a box, including this box with the Vader controller, or Vader, I shouldn't have told you guys until you saw it, but oh my goodness. What? Wait, hold on. You guys heard that right? We do have a Darth Vader console and controller here, and we have the Death Star, I guess, replacing the Xbox guide in the middle, which is just absolutely insane. That's actually very cool. I've never seen anybody ever replace the guide in the middle. That's pretty sick. Also got some other colored buttons here. The red see-through controller, which is always sick. Let's go ahead and see what's inside of this little box here. There it is. Wow, that thing is red and black, which matches up just perfectly with Darth Vader, of course. What is this? Hold on, let me start with the front here, because apparently we have a Darth Vader faceplate on the front that's actually from Soul Calibur 6, which is hilarious. I don't know, that's really random, but pretty cool. Also got the Darth Vader text in the disk drive, so clearly there is no disk drive here. I guess it's replaced with a full digital console. I'm not sure if it's modded RGH, that sort of thing. We'll find out later, of course. Now here on top, we got this giant fan here. I'm not sure. I think it said it was like a 120mm fan, and it looks like we get a Death Star logo kind of built into the fan there, which is pretty sick. Excited to turn this thing on and see how it lights up, but of course we also have a couple additional things down here. We have Empire popping and Rebels dropping. What is, wait, hold on. I think I see something in there, which we'll see when we turn this thing on. I'll show you in a minute. And then here on the back, we have probably our radiator for the water cooling. Wait, does this thing have water cooling? I think it does. I'm assuming that's what that is there. And yeah, you can see the entire thing is black, or maybe it's actually, wait, hold on. There's so many things going on here. So here on the bottom or back, whatever, we got, you can't sit with, sit with us. What is that? We got some other stickers there on the bottom too. That's really cool. I got a feeling that this bottom might light up when you turn the console on. It's kind of like a black see-through, which we'll find out here in a second. And here on the side, we also have a hard drive with like a mesh cover. I'm not sure what that's doing there. And a little cover here, I think, for our water reservoir if we want to fill it back up. So definitely water cooled here. And yeah, you can see a little water tank in there. Also see some additional fans and other stuff going on the inside. Guys, let's go ahead and plug this thing in and see what happens, because this thing is wild. Also, wait a second. I just noticed, is that the power button on the back of the console? What? But anyways, console is plugged in. Let's go ahead and see what happens when I press the power button here, if that'll do something. Nope. Okay, so the front power button really does nothing. It's straight up just this button on the back. That's actually insane. Maybe. Or maybe I have to flip the switch first and then press this? Well, that's not ideal. Oh, what the heck? Oh my gosh, that scared me. I had to flip the switch first, and then I pressed the button on the front, and I could just hear the water kind of guzzle, and it startled me, as you probably saw. Let's go ahead and try to connect up this controller here. I guess I gotta put some batteries in first. That would make sense. You can see the green kind of flashing around the outside of the Death Star. Kind of, not really, but we're connected up here, and it looks like a normal 360 to start with, but I'm sure there's probably something else going on here. Let's go ahead and check out my games. Nope, nothing there. How do I do anything? Can I press this button now and make it do something else? Hello? Trying to figure out how to turn on the lights here, because there's definitely some more lights inside of this thing. Like, it should be glowing, but I see only one light, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. Oh, and the console also thinks there's no storage attached, which is not the case. Let me go ahead and turn this thing back off, and I'll turn it back on again and see what happens. Okay, and now it's turning on with the switch off. So what does the switch do? Is it... Oh, the switch is just for that. Why did that have any effect on this console earlier? I don't know. Okay, we got an E68 error. So I reseated the hard drive, and definitely a hard drive giving us an issue because E68 is a hard drive issue. So let me go ahead and try to reseat that one more time here. Okay, there it goes. I guess I just had to reseat it a few times, and oh my goodness, we have a we have a Darth Vader themed background. That's awesome. And obviously, as you can see, the console is modded. But guys, let's go ahead and scroll around a bit and see what this thing can do. Hold on, what is the controller doing? Is it frozen now? What is going on, man? Well, yeah, we got an E68 error again, which is the hard drive. So we'll come back after that is hopefully resolved. All right, guys, so we are back and the issue has been resolved. It is working fine now. I talked to the modder and he basically said in shipping, the hard drive got jostled around a little bit. And then when I plug it back in, you gotta push it down a little bit harder because it is a custom shell here. So it doesn't align perfectly. So push it in a little harder. And now you can see I am scrolling around just fine on the menu here. There we go. We got Angry Birds, we've got Assassin's Creed, Blur, we got some games, of course, missing their cover art because that's just 360 modded stuff there. Dash Launch, Deadpool. Even got this scary looking Kinect game called Rise of Nightmares. Yeah, that looks like some nightmares there. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and boot up a game here and make sure it works. We'll try out Angry Bird Trilogy. And after that, we're gonna hop into the themes and try to change the theme because he told me the Dragon Ball Z theme on this thing is sick. So we'll try that out here in just a second. Yep, that is definitely working, and our profile is Darth. And you know what would be really cool is if the Darth theme here had a Darth Vader avatar, like with some custom items there, which I'm pretty sure was a thing at some point in time on the 360, you know, with all their avatar items. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and press B here, hop into our skins, and try out this Dragon Ball Z theme he was talking about. And first of all, there are a bunch of themes. Holy crap, Call of Duty, Cyberpunk, Dead Space, Avatar, Reggae, we got Steam OS. What? We gotta try that out next, but let's go ahead and try the Dragon Ball Z first. Oh, yo, what in the world? Okay, I don't know much about Dragon Ball Z, but that's sick. He's just glowing and flashing. Actually, probably gonna give me a seizure after a while, so that's cool, but just for a little bit. Also, there's music in the background, which is pretty sick. And let's go ahead and try to change themes again now here. Okay, apparently when you change screens, he also does whatever that was. That's pretty sick. If you're a Dragon Ball Z fan, you're gonna love that theme. Now, next up, guys, let's go ahead and try out that Steam OS because, yeah, for obvious reasons. And yeah, that's Steam logo. But we're back to the main menu, and it looks just like the first menu when we have Darth Vader in the background. What is Steam about this? But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and turn the lights down in this room and take a closer look at the features of this console because I got some stuff to show you. So with the lights dimmed down, you can see all the lights inside the console, including the green, the red here, and by the way, when you flip this switch, that green light turns on and off, as well as the little gauge right there. Also, lots of red lights in there, of course, for Darth Vader, the dark side, and then including our water there, which is always just funny to see water inside of an electronic like that. And flipping to the other side is where honestly, this is the coolest part. You've got this this LED strip that kind of reflects some red and gives you this red vibe here, and you can kind of see Darth Vader peeking off the case, and of course it is a dark smoke case. I'm not sure if that's the actual name, but you can kind of see it's black, but it's see-through as well, if you know what I mean. Kind of hard to explain, but you can see it there. You can also see the lights from the back, and by the way, this button apparently does nothing. It's just there for some reason, which is kind of funny, but thought I should point that out. Now guys, let me know down below in terms of the pure value based on how much you paid per console. Let me know which one you think was the best, $8, $350, or $800. And guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, you will definitely like this R2-D2 console I got from the same modder of this console. So go check that video out, and I'll see you there.